Hey everyone, I'm Jack.
And I'm Jake.
And we are JJE Network. So welcome to our first review, and it's a FANT4STIC. So I was thinking recently of the day that I saw this film in a theater. Upon seeing it, Rotten Tomatoes had given it a 20, and some reviewers on YouTube had also given it some bad reviews. So I wasn't really looking forward to it going in, except for maybe the possibility of panning it in a review. And I left that theater with my buddy Jake. And I was like, that was bad. I made a review of it, but it was really long and I kind of rambled a little bit, so it never got posted. So now we're actually going to make a review, because recapping that day, I also recapped the film, and I thought to myself, wow, that was really bad.
And didn't make sense.
It was so weird. The worst superhero film I've seen in a while was probably The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I mean, that was just overly dramatic. But we'll do that in a different review. So we're starting off with the plot.
Number 1. The plot.
The plot is really uneven. Skips out on a lot of stuff. It's really choppily paced. Like, they'll focus on something for a while and immediately speed it up to another time period, and then go slow, and BAM! Do like a fast motion, and then slow again.
Yeah, we didn't get to see any bonding, which is part of the plot.
They skip an entire year at one point. Literally, the Thing is being talked to as government official about joining the military, and instead of, seeing the Fantastic Four develop their powers, this is what it says. The screen goes black.
1 year later.
Yeah, exactly. That's what comes up on the screen.
In
1
that
year.
voice, too.
It just says 1 year. It skipped an entire year of maybe some possibly interesting developing. We immediately go to them with their powers, all like, oh yeah, military.
They already knew how to use their powers. It's kind of enjoyable to see people learn how to use their powers, like in Man of Steel.
And I can appreciate that they wanted to kind of skip out on the origin story a little bit. I mean, just from the Spider-Man films. We got 2 franchises of Spider-Man films. Both had an origin story, and in a first film, you don't want to spend too much time on that, because then it cuts away from everything else. So, maybe that's what they were trying to do, or they were running out of time to film stuff, and they lazily cut out an entire bit of important bonding moments.
Rumor says that the director showed up wasted almost every day to the set of FANT4STIC.
So, this plot kind of has a lack of sense. There's a lot of plot holes in this plot. For example, Dr. Doom. We'll get into his character more in a second, but his motives make no sense. He makes no sense as a character. It's so weird. He just pops up on this random dimension, and he's like, kill humans. It's so weird. Like, why? Alright, so now we're on to...
Number 2. Characters.
I'm gonna say one word about these guys.
The Thing was badass.
That's not what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
The characters are emotionless. Emotionless. Emotionless.
Yes.
I don't get it. I don't get why these characters are so emotionless. Everything was said in a monotone. How do you do? I want to be the first person to teleport myself. There was no humor. There was no sadness. Which, I'm pretty much repeating my point. There was no emotion. And that cut away from so much of the film. It made it so much worse than it could have been if the characters were actually, if they actually gripped you.
Yeah, like, no one really seemed to care when they thought everyone was gonna die in the final scene.
I just don't get how someone could have watched that and go like, oh, those characters are so colorful. They have so much emotion. Keep it in the set, boys. Alright, next scene. And they have odd motives, like Dr. Doom. As we previously mentioned, his motivation is kind of unknown. So, at one point in the story, he gets left behind in this alternate dimension. And he's like, kind of scarred and stuff. Like, he has his mask fused to his face, and we'll get to that in a second. And so, he just, like, they find him a year later, and he's just like, kill humans. My world must be stronger than yours. So, not only is his motivation kind of weird, he also spouts these stupid one-liners that are goofy. And you don't get where his anger is coming from. So yeah, he was left behind, but he never mentions that in his weird, evil tirade.
And how, I mean, my biggest question was, how did he survive there? There was no food.
So, the climax.
Number 3, the climax.
It is the most anticlimactic climax ever.
What on earth? That climax is so dumb. The 4 heroes team up. They battle Dr. Doom. Oh, wait. Actually, no, they don't. They actually end up getting trapped in stuff for like 5 minutes of the 10-minute climax. And then, finally, the big, oh yeah, here I'm finding myself moment. Reed breaks out of his weird bonds and punches Dr. Doom with a super elongated fist.
And that was really sad.
The Thing pops up, he's like, it's clobbering time, because, they had to fit a slogan in there somewhere, and kazam, Doom's gone. Yeah. Hopefully there's no sequels. Yeah, the climax, seriously, I mean, if it had been longer, maybe they would have been able to kind of beef it up a little bit with some more action, but no, it was like 10 minutes. The script.
Number 4, the script.
It does nothing to help the characters out at all. There's no bonding, as I said. It's rushed. I mean, people say everything really fast.
And there was no they just needed a reason for Johnny Storm to be there. But he didn't need to be there at all. They have expert mechanics. You don't need some random kid who knows how to fix cars to go work in a science lab.
Everyone sounds stiff in it. There's no humor. Everyone just says what they need to say. It's not like anyone sounds like they're joking or actually like they're not reading a script.
Even if they were making a joke, they sounded serious. That was my fear of coming into the movie. I thought that they were going to make it too serious.
Special effects.
Number 5, the special effects.
There's nothing special about them. I mean, they're pretty by the numbers. Nothing really stands out. It's not like Terminator 2 Judgment Day or anything like that. But there is one thing that's really bad about this special effects. Dr. Doom's costume.
And it looked like someone just melted garbage bags onto someone.
Yeah! His mask is so dumb! The Thing, when he's under a light, he looks so dumb. He looks like literally a pile of rocks that someone took a magic marker, drew a face onto, and just put there. And the Human Torch, when he's on fire, he looks like a 3D guy from Star Wars The Clone Wars, or something, like the cartoon.
That scene where Mr. Fantastic, even though he wasn't called that, changed his face from one face to the other because he can do that, looked so bad.
But back to Dr. Doom real quick. Want any faith to the comics? At least that's what the first Fantastic Four film did.
Kind of.
Well, okay, yeah, but I mean with the costume to Dr. Doom, it looked like with his costume from the comics. This one, this is the comics. This is this movie!
I think Jack just had a seizure.
No, I got carried away for a bit. So overall, Fantastic Four gets a fantastic F.
I give it a D-. I think it's mostly the studio's fault.
Well guys, thank you for watching this review. Did you agree or disagree? No matter what you did, leave it in the comments section below. Also, subscribe for some more videos. And leave a like or dislike depending on your opinion.
Please
Thank you
like
very
it.
much. Yeah.
I'd rather you liked it.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day or night. See you around.
The end!